Will it pick up your audio? Still in the shot, it's fine.
I don't know.
All right, so this is another episode of Geekend Update. So we're going to do these live from now on, right? So we're going to give you all the news that you need to know. Watch the shows that you should have watched. I mean, why have you not watched these shows anyway if you're watching this video?
Yeah, so Geekend Update will now be our live every week. Let's get the mic out of the way, shall we?
Just testing the audio.
I gotcha. Hopefully everyone can hear. So the end of every week, if you know, we do this show where we get together and we talk about all the stuff that happened this previous week. Like the streaming shows, the movies, the movie news, gaming news, anything that's happened that needs to be talked about. The big thing this week is definitely the Clerks 3 dropped. We'll talk about that here in a minute,
Yes.
Our review. Let's jump into the streaming services this week. She-Hulk. So I wasn't a fan of last week's episode.
Why?
Because it was
You
boring.
could be real on this show. Okay.
It was boring.
Okay.
Y'all, it was straight boring. I didn't like it. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't add anything. It was cool seeing Wong, but that was it. But this previous week, same thing. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't. It didn't do anything. It didn't really add anything. I just wasn't down with it.
Last 5 seconds of the episode is pretty good.
Yes, we do. Spoiler alerts are in effect, by the way, when you watch Geekend Update. Yes, the last 5 seconds, we do get a shot of Daredevil's new helmet. I'm guessing, yeah. We got to be getting Daredevil in the next few episodes.
It's got to be the next episode.
Or they're going to do something really dumb, which I see this happening. We're not going to get Daredevil until the last 5 seconds of the last episode.
That ain't happening.
That would make me so sad. Also, there's something else I've got to nitpick about. We're a couple episodes in now, and actually we're halfway through the season. Where's Frogman?
Saving the best for last.
I was like, honestly, that was super stupid, but that's one of the things I'm hyped about from the trailers.
Everyone's hyped about
We're
Frogman.
seeing Frogman, but
We'll see. They wouldn't have put Daredevil in the trailer if he was going to pop up in the last 5 seconds of the last.
that's true. They would have just saved that for that.
I'm very excited about the yellow costume. I'm a huge comic books fan. I have a very large Daredevil comic book collection. Not to like clout chase or anything, not to do a weird flex on y'all, but I do have a very large Daredevil collection. And the yellow suit is where it's at because that was his dad's fighting suit. It was yellow, it's, so that's kind of where the inspiration came. I like the episode. It also means that we're going to get the a new costume for She-Hulk too.
Yeah, we will. Yep.
And the whole commentary about the makeup industry and the beauty industry and all that stuff. You got to dig deep kind of because this show is on the surface level kind of shallow, but it's got some deep stuff into it. I think that they're probably going to stick the landing the last few episodes.
I hope so. These last 2 episodes just to start off strong for me, and these last 2 episodes were just not fun at all. They didn't do it for me.
What does the show need?
It needs more action. There is no action in this show. Even when they were fighting a bunch of demons, they didn't do it for me. I need more action. I need more oomph in this show. I need something more to happen.
Do you think it costs too much to do the CGI per episode?
Well, it does. I mean, she's completely CGI'd. I mean, and they're not spending a whole lot of money on her because CGI still looks terrible. Yeah, that's what I need. I need more. I need more of the fighting. I need something more in the show, not just the.
So the action, you think could do it for you? If they had more action overall,
They had more
good
action. Yeah,
that's why they're gonna bring Daredevil in for the last couple episodes because at least it's like a real guy in a suit.
that's very true.
Could we use more twerking?
No, I don't want.
What about if Matt Murdock twerks? Would that break the internet?
Probably.
Oh my God, Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk and Matt Murdock as Daredevil twerking all over the place.
Yeah, then we have to see tons of videos. Yeah, wouldn't like that. But
Working hard for the money.
moving on from She-Hulk, let's get into House of the Dragon because that episode this week was batshit crazy.
It only took a couple episodes for it to really batshit crazy.
I mean, really crazy. If you did not see the episode, spoilers are in effect. Basically, it was like most of the episode's just an orgy. And at one point, there's an uncle and niece attempting to go at it. Yeah, very, very Game of Thrones.
So the main actress, what is her name? That young actress.
Well, that's a good question.
We can look it up. We're live, so I'm just gonna look that shit up in the
Okay.
comments. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think,
What's her name?
Millie or something?
Let's see.
But yeah, the episode was so basically
Millie Alcock, which
Millie
is a
Alcock, yeah.
unfortunate name.
But yes, they were making out and it was
Millie Alcock. So I'm gonna save. So when we get a few more viewers here in the live stream, I'm gonna save what Millie Alcock said about what she witnessed on set for that episode, because it pertains to being an extra, and you and I have done that before. So I'll save that. It's too juicy not for someone to experience that shit live. And if it's true, oh my god, what a day on set. What a day on set for any of these scenes, right? Like, what do you feel? Like, you walk in, okay, all right, especially if you're background, right? If you're a background artist, you walk in, it's like, okay, what am I going to do? I mean, you know, as a background artist, kind of what you're going to be cast for. You know the role-ish. You don't know the scenes ahead of time. You don't know this breakdown. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you know kind of what you're going to do. And then you're like, oh, oh shit, okay, we're about to get down.
Yeah, as an extra, you don't know per se exactly what your scene's going to be. You just know what you have to wear or not wear. And you do get pay bumps for stuff like that, so you definitely know that you're going to be in a nude scene doing sexual activities. Which, you might think about it. If you're doing sex scenes and you're nude in a project, you get paid more.
Mm-hmm. You do get paid more.
It's kind of funny how it's like
you get paid to play.
You're getting paid to. Yep. Anyway,
you get paid to get it on or get it off.
Yeah. So House of the Dragon. I love where this show is going though. Overall, it is very Game of Thrones.
It is very Game of Thrones.
It's very like season 1 through 4 of Game of Thrones. For me, and I'm loving the hell out of it. I cannot wait to see where they're going with this. They're slowly building up the characters. They're slowly building up different alliances. So the Hand of the King has been, I guess you could call it, fired. So
I guess you call it fired.
What is it? Hightower.
Yeah.
So there's there'll be another broken alliance. But is he going to join another faction? Is he going to be doing his own thing? I think he's kind of been doing his own thing behind the scenes anyway. Hightower reminds me of Littlefinger from it's Littlefinger, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Littlefinger. I'm sorry, it's been a little bit since I've seen Game of Thrones, but he's very Littlefinger-ish, playing little pieces behind the scenes, and has to know everything that's going on, spreading rumors and spreading things that aren't rumors. That was the crazy thing about this episode. So in Game of Thrones, most of the things that are told throughout the show are rumors and made up things. But with Hightower, he's actually telling the truth of what's happening.
Yes.
And the king is like, well, that's not true. And that's also why he got fired. So
yeah.
Whoops. Overall, I really enjoyed the episode. What did you think of the episode?
It was a fantastic episode. It just keeps building and building and building. I do think that when they're in the writers' room, they're like, we need a Game of Thrones old school throwback episode. We need a lot of orgies. We need hints of incest. Right? So this is that episode. I just want to move on from that in the next episode. It was okay. I just need I guess more dragons too. I don't know. I just want more dragons.
More dragons would be great.
I honestly it's really close to the book. I mean, the book that mentions this whole scenario was not really narrative. It's just like background characters and like this person did this on this date and this person did this on this date. So they've done a really great job of filling in what that narratively looks like. I just I don't know. I'm kind of saying, hey, let's get to the end. Let's get to the main draw. Let's get to the whatever the final action piece is. I don't know. It's all right. I'm excited, but this episode was not bad. But again, I need, like when you said, it doesn't need more action. It needs something. It needs like
you want to progress a lot faster than it is.
Correct. I mean,
I
like
get that.
sort of like
that's how I feel about She-Hulk.
Yes,
it's not progressing as fast.
I need it to get to something wherever it's going. Get there.
Very true. Yeah. And again, I don't know if Noah's seen it, but I have not got to sit down and finish the last 2 episodes of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, so I can't really talk about the episodes. But if you guys are watching it, let us know in the comment section
Hell yeah.
what you think of it. And that's pretty much, I think, all we're watching is streaming right now.
I'm watching a lot more, man. I'm
Are
watching
you?
a lot more. I really do love The Patient on Hulu.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell and Domhnall Gleeson. Both of them are at their finest in this show. So if you don't know what the show's about, Steve Carell, and this is just kind of what the surface is. Again, spoiler: Steve Carell is a therapist. Domhnall Gleeson is a murderer, and he kidnaps Steve Carell's character to try to fully, I guess, rehabilitate him. He doesn't want to be a murderer anymore, right? Also, speaking of murders, we got a badass trailer for the new Jeffrey Dahmer show. There you go. Put it on there. We sound great. We look great. So, it's really good. It's on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. Hulu originals have been fantastic. I'm really happy to see some of the Emmy Award winners come from Hulu, and the nominees as well. No Pam and Tommy love, though.
No, they did
No
not get
Pam
any
and
love.
Tommy
No love, which is a shame because that show is fantastic.
It's so good. Check that shit out.
Definitely. It's on Hulu. Definitely check that out. Check out Tommy talking to his penis. Loved it. The penis scene should have got an Emmy by itself.
I think really that shows Tommy Lee himself as a person wouldn't have shown his dick on Instagram. He certainly wouldn't have ripped his pants down during the show and said, hey, OnlyFans. So if that show didn't exist, Tommy Lee probably would just be still nobody. Oh my God, Tommy Lee, if you're watching, I'm not saying you're nobody, but you better be thankful that that shows out. Your career's back, baby.
Could be bad.
But no, The Patient is really good. Check that out. Let's see what else am I watching.
If you're in The Handmaid's Tale, that premiered.
That's right.
Final season.
The final season.
I've never watched Handmaid's Tale, so I can't talk about
it's
it.
good. It's really good.
I heard it's good.
It's fantastic. What else? There's all kind of good shows. A lot of Discovery Plus shows, but that's my guilty pleasure shit. My 90 Day Fiancé and stuff like that. We'll do a whole episode about 90 Day Fiancé.
All right, y'all. News-wise, not a whole lot happened this week. We got some new trailers. You want to talk about the trailers?
Yeah, we got some new trailers. We posted some trailer reaction videos. We got the trailer for, like I said, that Jeffrey Dahmer show from Ryan Murphy and Ralph Boner. What's his name? He's going to be Ralph Boner for me from now on.
Yeah, people are going to tear us apart because Evan...
Do it! Evan Peters!
Wow.
Evan Peters cooking up Peters in eating on Peters in that new show. This is also not a kids live stream, guys. This is 18 plus. Let's see what else. That was fantastic. It was good. Ryan Murphy can really bring out a biopic on a TV show. Love the People vs. O.J. Simpson. Even the assassination of a Gucci show or whatever. No, Versace. Yeah. And Evan Peters is a fantastic actor, and the idea of a serial killer show is just fantastic because fucking serial killers are fascinating as shit.
They are. We also got a trailer for I Want to Dance with Whitney Houston's biopic. I'm excited for that. I've been loving these biopic movies. They've not a single one has been bad. Elvis was great. Bohemian Rhapsody was great.
Stardust sucked.
Oh, yeah, the David Bowie one. Yeah.
What a letdown that was.
That was a letdown. My brain had forgotten about that.
Yeah. But that's about it. I mean, even, Rocket Man was fantastic.
Oh, Rocket Man's so fantastic.
They've been really hitting on all cylinders.
Speaking of Elton John, he was just here in Charleston.
Yeah. Shout out to Elton John in Charleston.
That was right. Wish I could have gone to that.
It's his third farewell tour.
Yes. Yeah, if an artist is on a farewell tour and you miss it, it's okay, y'all, because it's not their last. They still have to pay their bills.
He said goodbye to the Yellow Brick Road 3 times already.
He has. This is actually his third retirement tour.
Hey, whatever pays him.
Paul McCartney does it too. His farewell tours. He's done several of them. At the end of the day, y'all, money runs out. You got to pay the bills. So
pay them bills.
Easiest way to do it: go back out on tour.
Or get a scandal. A scandal or a new tour.
A scandal
or a new tour. Let's see what else trailer wise. We got that trailer that was banned in the United States that I posted, you guys can't fucking watch.
Oh,
YouTube, baby. Oh, well, it's not YouTube's fault.
Is that Mr. Harrington?
Yeah, it's Mr. Harrington's phone.
Yeah, so you don't see trailer reactions for it in America because Warner Brothers likes to not have trailers reactions with music.
Well, Jack Johnson's song plays throughout.
Yeah, so some great trailers dropped this week. Definitely check them out on our channel. We did reactions to most of them.
And if any trailers dropped that we did do a reaction to, let us know. Comment on this video later, and we'll certainly do them. I can't think of any other ones that really dropped. I mean, we have ones that are like a couple weeks old that came out. Oh shit, I don't remember. But yeah, it's been kind of a slowish day for. For trailers. For trailers, yeah. All right, let's dive into why you guys are really here, and that's Clerks 3. It did drop this week, dropped Tuesday, and me and Noah went to the first showings, and... The first showing, right? The very first showing.
The very first showing, and we, at the very end of it, we just looked at each other and we're like, wow. That's...
With tears in our eyes.
We were both crying. It's if you are a hardcore Kevin Smith Askew Universe fan, you are going to be very touched by this movie. Right now, it is sitting at a 95% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's insane.
We're all loving this movie. So basically, spoiler alert if you have not seen the movie, it basically talks about, it's Kevin showing us his ending to his story.
Yes, the end of the Clerks trilogy, the end of the Quick Stop trilogy, however you want to call it. Yes, and it's the culmination of that.
And an ending to something that it's been a part of our entire lives, y'all. This franchise is almost 30 years old. So it's very emotional saying goodbye to the Quick Stop. Will they make another one? Most likely not.
Please don't.
And yeah, don't, Kevin, if you're watching.
Don't do it.
It's done. Clerks is done. You ended on such a magical high note. I'm good with it. I think we're all good with it.
I'm going to talk a little bit more about in vague terms before we jump right into the spoilers. But let's see. So Clerks is still my favorite, and then Clerks 3 followed by Clerks 2. This movie is a better film than Clerks 2, in my opinion. The standouts, aside from the state of New Jersey, right? This is a very Jersey freaking movie. I know that's, they mentioned, also, if you see it, stay after the credits. That's a big thing. Stay after the credits because it's a really great making of love letter to the whole thing. They weren't really able to film in Jersey for a while because of the tax credits. We run into that same shit here in fucking South Carolina. If you're watching, South Carolina lawmakers, bring more tax credits to the state of South Carolina. But yeah, it's... the way Kevin Smith brought performances out of non-actors, the way Kevin Smith brought back every single person from Clerks, everyone. I really, here's the standouts for me. Brian O'Halloran is the best he's ever been, ever. Emotionally, he had to do the heavy lifting. I mean, Jeff Anderson a little bit there towards the end, but it's Brian's show. And it makes sense because Kevin Smith is Dante. Mm-hmm. He's that character. So he put in all of it. Kevin Smith uses real life trauma, drama, and all that. It's a lot about heart attacks. A lot of heart attack talk in this. The plot is heart attacks, 2 of them to be specific. Marilyn also she was only in there for a little bit, but her part was fantastic. Man, I just can't, it's probably also the best that Jay and Silent Bob has been in a long time.
Yes.
Especially Jay. Holy shit. I don't know. It hits you in this nostalgia feels, but I feel that if you took a family member, right? If you took someone that didn't love Clerks as much as you did, that wasn't ingrained in the View Askewverse as much as you are, and you took them like a loved one, and you took them to this film, they would enjoy it absolutely almost as much as you would, because there's stuff baked in for us true fans. But as far as just a movie, that's why the audience score is so high, because it's just a good movie. Sometimes with Kevin's movies, it's too much wink, wink, nod, nod to all the rest. the narrative structure of this, if you ever had a loved one who succumbed to any sort of disease, if you ever had a feeling where you've been stuck in a 9-to-5 job and you felt like life has passed you by and you've not really been able to chase your dreams, you're going to find something to love in this film. If you had like a core best friend group where, you know, you haven't connected to them in a long, long time and you need that connection, you're going to really, really find this entertaining too. There's so many aspects of this film, just as a film, and let alone all the stuff that he put in for us die-hard Kevin Smith fans. So that's sort of as vague as we can be. We'll get into the specific spoilers. So as far as standout actors, what do you think? Who are you thinking?
Oh, definitely Brian.
Shout out to Brian too for being such an awesome dude. Like if you tag Brian in something and give him a compliment, he's gonna be very gracious and thank you back.
So yeah, Brian gives one of the best performances out of any actor from the past decade. I'm not kidding you.
Seriously,
Brian's not. When you think of actors, it's not who you think of. And he wasn't an actor. He didn't want to be an actor. That's just what he kind of got thrown into.
He wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Exactly. But yeah, the sheer emotion, because it was real. The emotion he was giving, because they knew this was the end of 30 years of what they had been a part of, and this was it. And I think he had that coming through him in his performance. And Noah's right. This is very. Clerks 2 is a very Randall, Jeff Anderson movie.
Yes.
This one is a very much Brian and Dante movie.
Yes.
Whereas kind of in the second one, you get to see the growth of the Randall character. Well, in this one, you definitely see the growth of Dante. And in between the two films, Dante goes through a lot of shit, y'all. Let's jump into spoilers. Okay.
Spoilers.
So spoilers are now in
3.
effect. Dante loses Bex. Bex is killed in between the two films.
Rosario Dawson's character.
So, you know, and we saw at the end of the second one,
And his daughter. And their daughter.
He was pregnant. She was pregnant with Brian's daughter, Dante's daughter, and they both are killed. So Dante is feeling the weight of that still, and just the fact that life's just not going anywhere. At the end of the second one, he had the entire world, and it all gets taken away from him. So you definitely see that.
Randall and Dante own the Quick Stop.
Yes, at the end of the second one, if you've seen it, they now own the Quick Stop, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, so Brian's performance was kick-ass in this movie. It's the number one thing I love about this movie.
So yeah, he's got all that trauma off screen, and then of course Randall has a heart attack. So he thinks his best friend in the entire world is dying. The whole scene, Amy Sedaris plays the doctor. She's fucking fantastic, by the way. It's all the way from Stranger Candy, and there's actually some great fucking Mandalorian baked in references from her character from the Mandalorian. So great. But the whole scene is sort of played for laughs. And the inception of his heart attack was, hey, I'm going to write a movie and film a movie about my life, which is what Clerks, the first film, is a story of. So it's very meta in that aspect. And as you go through, you know, you're like, hey, it's going to be Randall's movie again. Randall had a heart attack, and then sort of Dante is sort of, you know, maybe pushed aside a little bit. And then it turns out that, you know, Dante himself has a heart attack, and the whole movie was about him and dealing with trauma and pushing through and realizing your dreams. And there's these sweet little scenes with Dante and Bex in the graveyard where, you know, he's talking to the ghost of her, right? And in Kevin Smith's fashion, it starts off with like how many fucking dudes she's banging in heaven, right? Dudes and chicks. But then it just softly transitions into, you know, the heart of it. Hey, you can't hold on to the spirit of me. You have to live for yourself. You have to go out and live day by day. You know, you can't look at the past. You have to keep pushing forward. Unlike like a Taika Waititi movie, which there's nothing against Taika Waititi. Sometimes when the drama and the heart is there, it gets undercut immediately with comedy afterwards. There's not a chance for the audience to breathe in that sadness and experience it before we get slapped in the face with a comedic moment. Kevin Smith doesn't do that in this film. That's those dramatic moments breathe in us before he jumps right back into the comedy again. It takes a beat or two before, you know, the comedy comes back in. Because it's not like just a tearjerker, not just a comedy. I cried like 3 times in this film, at least 3 times. And it's mostly driven by Brian O'Halloran's fucking amazing performance.
Yeah, it's they did a great job. Kevin does a great job mixing humor. It is a hard thing to do, and when it's pulled off right, it works brilliantly. Yeah, overall, this is definitely, I think, a 5 out of 5 for me. And now, if we're ranking them, I gotta tell you, I will always love the first Clerks movie. It's what got me into being a filmmaker. But I don't know. I think now it was Clerks, Clerks 2. Now it might be Clerks 3, Clerks, Clerks 2. For me, I really love the hell out of this film. Plus, it is them remaking Clerks in a sense. So you see a lot. They literally recreate a lot of the.
What's up, Chad? How's it going, brother?
Scenes. Yeah, what's going on, Chad? Yeah, we're doing well, bud. So yeah, they recreate a lot of the scenes with and they were able. Kevin was able to get every single actor or friend or person he had put in that first Clerks film. He was able to bring them back. These aren't actors, you guys. These are people that Kevin just knew or just picked up off the street and put in his movie. And 30 years later, he was able to find every single one of them and put them back in the movie, doing the exact same scenes. So that was really cool.
But it didn't feel repetitive at all.
It doesn't.
It's homage. It's not ripping the same stuff. Oh, if you're gonna see it, watch Clerks and Clerks 2 first, and then go. Like theaters should be theaters with the clout that this is a 95%, and everyone should be going. I mean, it's all about making money, obviously, but theaters should do a screening of the first 2 films before this. They should do a triple feature, in my opinion. And
I feel like that's
really experience the whole.
It's definitely what the Fathom event should have been.
Yes, it should have been that.
It released Clerks 1 and then 3, but yeah, they did not do that at all. Speaking of which, y'all, Kevin is out on tour with this movie like he was last time. The tour has begun. He's up in Canada right now. If you get a chance, I went to the reboot tour. It's amazing. You literally get to be in an auditorium with Kevin Smith and sometimes some of the other cast members. And Kevin will come up on stage and he'll do like an hour-long Q&A and just talk about the movie and talk about his life in general. Most of the time, he's just talking about his life. And then after that, you watch the movie with Kevin. And then Kevin comes back out on stage, and it's like another 2 hours of him just taking audience questions. It was some of the best and awesome time of my life. I enjoyed it. This is one of the best times of my life on that reboot tour. So if you're able to check out the Convenience Tour, definitely check it out. We're going October 29th.
Yes.
I wish it was going now. I don't want to wait that long. I can't wait to watch the movie again. I can't wait to watch it with Kevin Smith.
It's going to be fantastic watching with Kevin Smith. Hey, if you guys are watching too, our good buddy Chadwick Whitmire's in. He is also a filmmaker. He has some fantastic YouTube movies out. I don't know if you're a fan of Kevin Smith. If you are, Chad, just hit us up in the comments. And if you guys check out the Malcolm series, you're always welcome to drop a link in our chat to that film. So, and we replay the chats after these live videos go out. So if you want to do a link to your newest film, just drop it in the comments. I'd be more than happy to share that with the world. It's awesome. Check him out. That's what, again, like Clerks got us into filmmaking. So we want to share that shit with the world. That's why we even do this YouTube channel, man. So we talk about film and our love of film and how we love to make film and support the whole community. So if anybody in the comments out there has a project you're working on, drop that shit in the comments. I'd love to check it out. I love to review your shit too. As much as I love reacting to trailers, I would love to do like a series where we just review and react to independent projects. That should be fun as fuck.
That's part of the film world, man. We all come together and we collaborate all the time. We help each other out. If you ever want to get into an industry that is all about teamwork and having fun and making new friends, definitely get into film and television. It's the best decision I think we ever made.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. We're coming to the end of the episode now, y'all. Okay, so we're going to start doing this new thing every week where we'll take y'all's questions. So our socials are in the description. So send us your questions. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be about movies, TV, being in the movies. It doesn't matter. You could ask, what's our favorite fast food burger? Send us your questions. We definitely, at the end of every episode, we're going to do take y'all's questions. Also, some changes are coming to the channel, y'all. This week, we're starting out with some brand new shows that we'll be doing individually. So definitely check back this week to see what shows we are going to be doing.
Just say it now.
It's going to be exciting.
Tell them now.
All right, well, I'm going to be doing a show called Cracking Packs with Nerdy Dustin. If you're into trading card games, that's what the show is going to be all about, the trading card games that we all love and play. Well, what are you doing, Noah?
First, I'm saying thank you, or you're welcome to Chadwick. Dude, our pleasure. Absolutely our pleasure. Always here to support. Always here to support. And we're going to be in one of your films one day. That's 100% guaranteed. So you've seen some of our episodes where it's called Killer Content. I'm going to take that whole idea and run with it. So on Wednesdays, I'll have Killer Content where it's going to be a hybrid show where I don't want to I just talk briefly about horror movie, my level of horror, maybe show you some horror props, horror merchandise, a little bit of horror news. It's going to be horror centric. And then in the works, I have like a sweet Bollywood project. That's all I'm going to talk about right now as far as my Bollywood project. Literally came up with the idea earlier. But Killer Content every Wednesday on Cloudy Sky Entertainment. And if you guys have ideas for shows that you want to see,
definitely let us know. And then we also have a Halloween special in the works.
Yes, we do.
That I don't want to go into that yet.
Nope, don't do it.
Because it's a big project we're working on. So stay tuned for that. Like Cracking Packs, Nerdy Dustin will be on Tuesdays, y'all.
Give them a little taste. Give them a little taste of Cracking Packs. What can they expect?
Well, Cracking Packs it's in the title. I'm gonna be opening trading card products every week. All the new product. Every time something new comes out, we're gonna open it, talk about it, discuss it. Because that's what Cloudy Sky is about. We're not just movies, y'all. We're all entertainment.
It's in the name, entertainment.
Entertainment. If you like gaming, if you like movies, if you like television, if you like board games, trading cards, action figures, it's all here. Yeah, y'all. That's this week's episode of Geekend Updates. You got anything else you want to add there, Noah?
No, actually, I could just sit. I don't want it to end. I'm going to live stream for the next 3 hours. I don't care. But that's what we're going to do is we're going to do these live streams. So when we finish with the live streams on Sundays, because it's a wrap up of everything else, we're just going to like kind of chill out and go live a little bit and talk about movies. But you can always watch the replay of these not too long after the live stream airs. So if you can't really make it to YouTube at 3 p.m. on a Sunday, what are you doing? I mean, what other plans do you have at 3 p.m. on a Sunday? I don't know. It's before House of Dragon comes out. It's, after church or brunch or whatever the fuck people do on a Sunday. I go to the thrift stores and flea markets on Sundays personally. Found some real cool shit today. But as far as movie news, I think that's it. I really quickly wrap the episode up and we're talking about Kevin Smith. Let's top 5 in no particular order Kevin Smith films.
Oh, it's tough. Okay, my top 5 films would have to be Red State.
Good one.
Clerks 3. Mm-hmm. Dogma.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, this might be a hot take, y'all, but I actually really like Tusk.
Okay.
I really do.
Yeah, I can Tusk.
And this is another hot take, y'all. This is a really big hot take because most people, it's their worst dislike Kevin Smith movie, but I really like Jersey Girl.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, y'all. I really do like Jersey Girl.
Kevin Smith, I know you're watching us live, and you're welcome for that.
I think
one person in the world likes it.
I think the problem people have with Jersey Girl is it's not Kevin Smith. It's not what. Let's put it this way: if like another director, let's say Cameron Crowe, had made Jersey Girl, I guarantee you more people would like it. It's just because it was Kevin Smith. And when you're a diehard Kevin Smith fan, Jersey Girl's not what you want to watch.
But when you said hot take, I thought you were going to say Cop Out.
No, Cop Out is pretty awful. But then again, Cop Out's not really a Kevin Smith movie. He just directed it.
Yeah. Well, so, that counts. So
that's like saying Zach and Maria make a porno is.
That's still Kevin Smith.
That's Kevin Smith, but it's
that's
not
my 5. That's my number 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess okay.
So for me, it's Clerks, Dogma, Mallrats, Clerks 3, Zach and Mira make a porno. That's my top 5.
Okay. Why is Zach? We're gonna dive into this, y'all. Why is the Zach movie?
Okay, it's perfectly cast. It's hilarious. It's again out of the View Askew universe. I almost put Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back because that fucking film is amazing too, and the Mark Hamill cameo and all that stuff. I don't know. It has Kevin's blueprints on it. I really love Seth Rogen, man, and I love Katherine Heigl, and the idea of porno is hilarious to me. It's a great topic. I almost put Red State, but you mentioned that one, so I didn't want to do that one. I'm surprised Mallrats wasn't on your list.
It's not on my list.
Take it away. Sorry, Zach and Miri, you're gone. Chasing Amy, motherfucker. I don't. So Chasing Amy is number 5. God,
Chasing Amy.
Kevin, if you're watching, I'm sorry, man. I mean, he likes all his films. I'm sure it's like his kids. I only got one kid, but
Chasing Amy is great. Mallrats, all his movies are great.
The Stan Lee cameo in Mallrats is the only
yes.
if we didn't have any other Stan Lee cameo in any fucking movie, period, having it in Mallrats. And I'm a mall rat, dude. I'm a kid of the '80s. I still go to the mall. I don't care. The very last mall that exists on the very last day of its existence, because it's being faded out, I'm going to be there. I don't care what stores are there. I even go to the Citadel Mall. If you're a Charleston fan, if you're Danny McBride and you're watching, it's just your studio now, pretty much. But I'll still go when they're not filming Righteous Gemstones. Go to the Citadel Mall. Hocus Pocus, shout out, local costume store. One of my favorite stores.
Anyway, yes, Red State is probably Kevin Smith's one of his best movies for sure.
Red State's fantastic.
It
doesn't get enough talk.
It does not. It's very underrated. It is so damn good. And Tusk. I'm sorry, y'all. So many people hate Tusk. It's really good. I don't understand.
But isn't Yoga Hosers good?
Okay, let's do his 5 worst movies. Yoga Hosers, Yoga Hosers, Yoga Hosers,
Jersey Girl,
and Yoga Hosers. No, Yoga Hosers is just, it's actually the only Kevin's movie. I don't even own it. I can't bring myself to own it. It is so bad. I'm sorry, Kevin, but Yoga Hosers was just awful.
Sometimes when you smoke a bunch of weed and you do a podcast, maybe all those ideas aren't the best ideas.
No,
because that's how that's how Tusk came about.
It is, and there's
smoking weed in a podcast.
Yoga Hosers has nothing. I can't defend. I'm trying to defend this movie, and I can't. It's so bad. Anyway, y'all, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss more videos. And as always, keep being nerdy.
And I want to try a different catchphrase. I like you guys stay classy or whatever. That was my other ones. But we were coming up with ideas about what our audience should be called. So Philip DeFranco, I love him. We don't know him, but I feel like I know him because I watch his videos all the time. He said, "Sup, you beautiful bastards." Copyright. I'm not trying to get chase your shit. Good Mythical Morning, Rhett and Link have the mythical beasts. I like Cinegeeks. I think that's what we're going to come up with, right? So I want you guys to keep it real, Cinegeeks, and real spelled like a movie reel.
Oh, I like that.
At the very end. Keep it real, Cinegeeks, from Noah Draco.
I like that. All right, see y'all in the next one. Later.
I like how it